What's up, guys? Today we're gonna be showcasing all of the new units in the new Anime Last Stand update. Also, look forward, guys. I believe we're getting a new update this weekend as well. I'll post more about that when I hear about it. Also, remember, we're on the road to 1 million subscribers. We're making progress every day, so hit the subscribe button. If you guys want to enter in to win 1 million Robux, let's get it. All right, first up, we got Makoso. All right, starting off with a small circle AoE and bleed. Not bad at all, factoring in all the damages, etc. This is level 85, no skill tree. However, I will say she is a ground only, which might be a little bit of a cause for concern. I'm not gonna lie, a little bit not great at the start. Her placement cost is only 600, so you can place her on wave 1, and she is a nature unit, so she's going to be a decent nature starter. But I will say, considering she has overlord, etc., with all of the stats, looks a little bit disappointing, but she does have a fast SPA. All right, next, and she does have no skill tree as well, so her damage will go up. All right, next upgrade, let's get it. All right, 1 million damage. Okay, we're starting to get up there a little bit. All right, next, again, still a little bit on the low side, but she is a, I don't think she's an ultimate. Oh yeah, she's just a celestial. So all right, now let's get her maxed out. All right, we're gonna max her out. There we go. So max stats, looks like her upgrades are fairly cheap. He's having a little bit of trouble affording the upgrades, but that's okay. We're only wave 25. All right, oscillating slash. So still circle AoE, but she does get hybrid. And damage wise, honestly, kind of decent right now. Info, here we go. If any version of Eren is in range, give 15% damage, 10% range, and 10% more crit damage. So that's not bad overall. Again, she has overlord on her, no other traits. Her damage is pretty decent, I would say. 10 million DPS right now, plus crits, etc. So not bad at all. Unfortunately, she doesn't really have any cool passives, so she's kind of a low priority unit this update, in my opinion, but she still is a good unit. All right, you want me to use the passive? Yes. All right, so he's gonna place Eren in the range, and we're gonna see what. Yeah, he's gonna place Eren. There we go. Give it a second. Okay, I think he placed Eren in the back. Yeah, Eren's in the back here. So now with Eren placed down, 63 million. Okay, crit damage we can't really see. They should probably show that. I wish they would show that somewhere. 559 SPA and decent range, etc. But again, she's circle AoE, so 10% range doesn't really help her that much. So overall, not that bad of a unit. All right, all right, so, and yes. All right, we're gonna move on to the next unit now. Let's go. All right, next unit, we got Armin. If Makoso and Eren are both in range, boost range by 10%, crit damage by 10%, and attack faster. Armin, okay. Prodigy. He has the effect weakened. Afflicted enemies have a 15% increased chance to receive critical hits and receive 10% more critical damage for 8 seconds. Okay, that's actually not that bad. So it's basically gonna make everybody crit a lot more, which is pretty W if you ask me. So this actually could be a very interesting ability. So you might like this effect weakened. This might put him into barely meta. So not bad at all. All right, next upgrade. Stats wise, actually pretty decent. Again, doesn't have any extra damage from the thing, so still similar to Mikasa. And again, another nature element. So these are all good against water teams. So it looks like you have like a whole trio, scout trio to attack the water teams. Attack effects looking good. All right, let's get the next. All right, next. 26.8 million. Okay. Not bad at all. 80 million. Okay, the damage is popping. Looks like a little more DPS than like Mikasa had. Still with overlord. 98 for 7. That's actually pretty dang good with a big AoE as well, and a pretty decent ability. All right, place some Eren and Makoso. So he's gonna place the units down in the range to see the attack buff. So now it's up to. Did it affect it yet? Sometimes it takes a second. Okay, so Eren and Makoso are both in range. Now 98.1 million damage for 6.52. That is actually some pretty good DPS right there, guys. I ain't gonna lie. So low-key, they are definitely going to be a very, very good trio. We're gonna place them max as a trio later in the video, and we'll be able to see for sure. All right, next unit. Oh wait, does he have an ability? I don't see him having abilities, so no abilities yet. All right, next up we have the ultimate from the banner. We have Reiner. So this guy has 2,000 to place, so a little bit more pricey. He does have crippled, which is pretty nice. Light element, so he's not part of the... So he's good against dark. There's already a lot of good light units, so there's a lot of competition. And this is an Evo as well. All right, next. Again, they're basically all max level. 5 million. Okay, not bad at all. All right, so far, no passives yet. Armored smash. Okay. I mean, honestly, pretty decent AoE. Kind of okay AoE. Better than mid, but you know. 16.5, 30 million damage. Okay, we're starting to pop a little bit. Okay, 48 million damage. All these upgrades are popping off. Armored slam. Bigger AoE. Nice. Those are the attack effects. Pretty good. DPS wise, also pretty popping. And he has a nice effect. And armored protection prevents enemies from reaching killing base for 30 seconds. So that is a pretty decent ability. Definitely a good support unit, and his DPS is also popping off as well with that AoE. So I can't really complain. Overall, I would definitely say he is a pretty decent unit to get this update, and he's very easy to get, considering how easy jewels are to get in this game. So not a bad unit at all. All right, let's go move on to the next unit. Yes. All right, we are going to use the ability, so let's see what the ability does. Let me go find the base. Oh, it says immortal. You guys saw that at the top. It just says immortal. That's actually pretty cool. That's a pretty cool ability. W, in my opinion. I like it a lot. All right, W. All right, next up we have Scout Leader. This guy is an ultimate Evo buff unit. Leader's Will and Leader's Influence. So he has two abilities. So first one, every 60 seconds, all units in range will receive 50% damage and 2 point. Oh my gosh, that is a very, 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 very weak buff. Very, 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 very weak buff. All right. Ability, Leader's Influence. If you use it, 60 seconds cooldown. Buff the damage of all units in range by 15%. And randomly provide one of the following effects for 30 seconds. 20% range, 10% crit damage, or 15 critical damage. Final speech, one-time use, buffs the damage of all units in range by 100% and crit rate by 25 for 20 seconds. You get 20 seconds of glory with your final speech. And Leader's Influence is going to has an uptime of half, so 50% uptime. Not bad at all. Combined with Leader's Will, not a bad combo. So yeah, we're going to place down a Sung Jinwoo. And we're going to upgrade the Sung Jinwoo a bunch. And we're going to see what's cooking. All right, so all right, let's see here. So it should work in a second here. Yeah, use abilities. Give him a second to use the ability. It should do every 30 seconds. And we do have 3x on, so it should be every 10 seconds. There's no turning back, he says. Maybe this is the final speech. Dang, okay, yeah, I think that was the final speech. We saw his damage just doubled. Not bad at all. Now, it doesn't really show you if the buff is affecting him. I don't see any like VFX or anything, so I wish they would add something like that. That'd be pretty cool. But you can see his damage going up randomly, and that is due to the buff. Not a bad unit at all. Push 4 no matter the cost. So every 30 seconds, he's going to get that get a damage buff or a crit buff or something. Pretty good. Eren time. All right. Yes, Eren. All right. Now we're going to move on to Eren. Let's get it. All right, starting stats, we got a placement cost of 650, so placeable early on. Glitch stats, since he's a beast. Attack giant, every 7 attacks, self-buff damage by 15% for 20 seconds. Not bad. So based on the SPA to attack ratio, he's basically going to have a permanent 15% damage buff. All right, which is pretty good. He's upgrading him now. Pretty cheap upgrades, pretty good damage. 3 million DPS already. That's very, very good. Very, very good DPS. Again, he is glitched. Okay, so honestly, his DPS didn't really even go up that much with all those upgrades. So you got to watch out. Sometimes the DPS doesn't really go up on the upgrade because like the SPA goes up and the damage goes up in the ratio. But his AoE is getting very big. Very, very big. And he is summoning some attack giants. What was the attack giant ability? 57 for 5, 10 million DPS. Honestly, that's pretty good in range for ultimates and whatnot. All right, here we go. Berserk Giant. Self-buff damage by 25% for 100 seconds and change status effect to sunburn. So instead of hemorrhage, he gets sunburn. Decent. All right. And max stats. Okay, so he loses that thing and he gets another one. Coordinate resonance. For the next 30 seconds, an enemy killed has a 100% chance of being summoned as a Titan with 100% of the max HP. So basically, he's going to summon a bunch of strong Titans. I believe this might work on bosses. I haven't tested it yet. But if you use this on bosses, I don't know, man. That could be pretty OP. DPS wise, though, 10 million DPS, nothing too crazy. So he's going to be mainly used for this ability. And yeah, he's going to use the other ability now. Okay. So he's going to use the attack giant ability. Not attack giant ability. What's it called? The one Berserk Giant. All right. Ooh, that's cool. So these guys are going, basically he increases his damage a bunch. Self buff damage, and for 100 seconds, and he now does sunburn. Okay, it doesn't say sunburn on here, but I'm assuming it does do sunburn. But it doesn't really say on there, and that does last a good while. So if you want sunburn instead of hemorrhage. Element wise, he is another nature element, so yeah. So now we're gonna place all 3 down. Yeah. Place all 3 down for the trio. So you're supposed to have all 3 of these units equipped as like a trio. That's kind of like the quirk of this update. So we're going to do that right now. Place all 3 of them down. Second to place them all down here. We got Armin, Scout Trio, and then Mikasa, and we max them all. And we're going to max all of them. All right, if any version of Eren is in range, gain 15% more. So these are all max stats together. 10 million DPS. 1 point, okay, a little bit more than, okay, well, I guess plus the bleed. So maybe like 20 million. That's actually pretty good. And then we got coordinate resonance as well. And attack giant. So these are all max stats. Pretty dang good. So I can definitely see them being a pretty decent trio for nature. So that's like kind of a cool actually quirk. I wish they would make them a little bit more stronger. Like I wish all of them together would like combine and like actually be worth it. But there is a chance that Eren gets a godly in the future, because this is definitely not Eren's final form. So I don't know how long it's gonna take for that godly to drop, but a godly Eren would absolutely be dope. So yeah, I'm gonna get Eren pretty soon. I just gotta grind a little bit on that battle pass. So I hope you guys enjoyed this update and enjoyed the new units, and I will keep you guys posted for the new update coming soon. Wait, we also got a new code as well. Sweet. So let me go show you guys that new code real quick. I believe this is a pearls code. 1 second. All right, give it a second. Does it even work? Oh, there we go. 2 pearls, guys. Let's go. 2 free pearls. So there is the new code. So let's go summon and use them. Here we go, guys. Let's get it. Go to the enchanting altar, select our Sungjin Woo, and oh my gosh. Okay, finally something not terrible. 6% SPA and 20% range. I'd rather have that on like a full AoE unit, but I guess I will take it for now.